Glendale Raptors from Infinity Park in Colorado. Despite losing their game 13-7 against Atlanta Harlequins, they make their way through to the final due to a forfeit on technicality. And of course, the Atlanta Harlequins knew that they were playing an ineligible player. And that is how they find themselves here. But there will be no love lost here in the final as Kurt Weaver, wearing his Try On Rugby shirt, is the referee with a whistle in the middle, known as the Fox because he's very shy and very cunning. And we're underway, rugby fans. This is going to be an absolute cliffhanger. And it's taken from the Raptors. Right up, beats the first player. Taking to the deck. Smashing it up again here. This is their live wire. Brennan. Big tackles coming in early on. The Amazons are known for their solid defense, not shying away. Hannah Stolber, the Eagle, fly half with a short haircut, waits for it and puts it to the boot. Very well kicked, place kicked. Excellent stuff. And just to remind you again, I'm Dallin Stanford with therugbycorner.com, and with me is Katie Wurst. Katie, give us your Twitter handle again.
KT Rugby 4. Go ahead and join the conversation as well with hashtag WPL Women's Rugby.
And Katie, you actually drove several hours yesterday in between our commentary to go play a game, didn't you?
Certainly. As you mentioned it too, both these teams had the opportunity to represent both Glendale and Twin City Amazons. So ultimately, I'm completely unbiased on the result here, Dallin. But fantastic rugby is who is going to be winning overall.
Exactly. Good to have you here in the booth. And the Twin City Amazons come away with that line out.
It's a great take there by Ellie Gilbert to get the ball to ground quickly and recycle.
Now they work the short side. The defense is equal to the task. Rachel Lynch, the halfback, marshalling her troops.
Lynch, a former University of Minnesota graduate, with a number of players here in the green and navy blue jerseys from the University of Minnesota.
Now they keep carrying the ball forward, using their forwards effectively. They move to Howard, try score from earlier, looking for that switch. Excellent bit of defense there on Bauka. She's still going though, now finally driven to the deck. Options left and right. Picked up there from Jess Vang. She was great on Friday, wasn't she?
Jess Vang has exceptional leg drive and does well to keep the ball in hand.
There's a kick into space. And that 6 hour is underneath it. The ball bounces though. Eludes her. Oh, Howard comes stumbling in and dives onto it. That was excellent bit of vision. Players and bodies everywhere. Barker on the outside, fends and goes. Anderson, thumping tackle. The former bodybuilder brings her opposite number to the deck. Another huge hit coming in. This time from its flanker, Rachel Ryan in there too.
So many fantastic quick pickups by the Twin City Amazons, looking to push the pace.
5 meters out and they've drawn the penalty. Kurt Weaver on the spot. Line out option or scrum time. What do you think they're going to do here, Katie?
I think they'll go quick as they are. Ellie Gilbert trying to get in for another try just as she did yesterday.
Just working away there, but ball has been knocked on, unfortunately. Just a little bit too rushed, I feel. Just settle things down. They've got a good set piece.
Amazons working their traditional style of play, just pumping the ball forward with their forwards.
And just that little knocker coming. They'll keep the pressure on them here, so another chance to look at the scrum. So we've seen both these teams in action. Of course, the front row there of the Amazons. They have Rachel Moss and Alicia Gilbert in the front. And going up against Sarah Schobot there and Kit Wigner. Eagles, sensations and legends on the field. And of course, Shoslavsky as well. And you can tell us a bit more about those Eagles. They really bring a wealth of experience to this Glendale side, don't they?
Certainly, the front row has, just as you mentioned, a wealth of international experience. Sarah Schobot, the 2014 World Cup team, 18 caps to her credit. A former heptathlete from Central Michigan University, made the switch over to rugby in college. Also, former 3-time All-American. Kittery Ragnar as well, former player for Beantown.
I think we counted something about 4 Eagles, 2 in the pool, 2 Sevens Eagles, and they have a wealth of talent. But both sides, the team obviously to beat is the Twin City Amazons. And so the penalty comes the way of the Glendale Raptors. Hannah Stolber will smash this ball to touch. The talented fly-off. And remind our viewers again why she's sporting that very short haircut of hers.
And again, supporting her teammate Jillian Potter, who's recovering from synovial sarcoma. Just a great effort by the USA Rugby community to support her in her recovery efforts.
That really is. Now the ball goes to the front. It is taken cleanly. The captain, Laura Miller, driven backward a bit. The Amazon pack is getting behind this now. Now it comes out. Oh, it's a wayward pass going over the head. Sexton has to come in and puts a grubber kick in. Everybody's offsides in the forward pack, but it may have been touched a hand, and the Amazons have come away with this ball. Dangerous times here in this opening stanza. Now they're coming short. Of course, that's Kugler. Who else? The MVP from Friday.
Kugler always just dangerous at the line there.
Might have been a little knock-on, crept in play, and it is. So Glendale have this now and just hoik it upfield. A lot of options here for the fullback. Fernando, she goes, beats the first two, lays it back beautifully.
Fernando just an exceptional stepper there.
There's space to the left if they can move it. There's a 4-on-3 here. Now the players come in defense. Hands will do it. Now they drift across field. Oh, Hannah Stalbo with a monstrous tackle to stop number 13, Sylvia Broughton. But they're still steaming up the field. Only about 6 or 7 meters out now. The Amazons with possession.
Stalbo making a solid tackle on her World Cup teammate, Broughton. Lots of experience working together.
Oh, that could be over the line. Bustling through was number 4, looks like it. Tiffany Jesvang for the Amazons. What is Kurt Weaver going to say? He goes to the AR. Could this be the first points of the game? And it is. This has put this game into an absolute blood-curdling start. And it's Jesvang who gets the first try.
Jesvang building off of her day 1 try against Berkeley. Athlete from University of Minnesota Duluth. Has been experienced in the national championship realm. Former at the Division II National Championship Collegiate event. She's also a 2-time Collegiate All-American herself. Both teams just stocked with international high-level, high-performance experience here.
And if you're the 15s coach, Pete Steinberg, or the 7s coach, Rick Suggett, you're watching this game right now on our channel and looking for some of the up-and-coming talent that may not have been seen in the system. And, of course, there are a lot of players in the system player pool already, as that kick doesn't make it over. So it's 5-0, an early lead as we watch this replay, just rumbling it forward there. And that was, as we said, the big number 7, Kugler, getting involved.
Kugler's almost always in the mix when something's going positive for the Twin City Amazons. Just great work ethic, always seems to be in the right place at the right time. Just as Jesvang was there. Took the ball back to herself and was able to dot it down.
Wow, that's a pick and go. So the Glendale Raptors now, they've got 5 points scored against them. They went 4-2 overall in the regular season. They were founded in 2007 and are missing several players. But they will try to get down to business here as that kick goes deep. Taken cleanly. Taken forward there by Melissa Krug. One of the very vital loose forwards in her team. One of the star players as well.
Mel Krug, another standout Collegiate All-American player as well. University of Minnesota player.
Anna Brown in there. But it's turnover. Glendale ball. They'll look to move it now. Miller, national team player. Stolber looking for her support. Little half gap. Excellent little run there.
That's Joanna Kitlinski, scampering forward like a Palomino pony. That's
right, Kitlinski doing the hard yards. Stolber kicks it forwards. Couldn't get her opposite number as the ball gets hacked through. It'll come floating down with the touch. It's not out. Play on. Oh, diving on the play on the ground. It should be a penalty straight away. Referee Kurt Weaver is there, hasn't spotted it. And it's pandemonium on the line. Let's see what he says. You can't dive on a player on the ground. And that's one for the review.
So much physicality early on here, Dallin. Got bodies on the ground, people trying to roll them off the ball.
And you can hear the crowd in the background. They're behind their teams. This is a national championship, and there is so much on the line here. The Amazons trying to rub there. Zajembiski. Got to keep that channel open, a meter between the teams.
Zarembinski, another player from that Minnesota Duluth program.
Excellent take, and they set up the rolling ball. Steaming ahead now. Glendale's tough to defend this. The try scorer, Jesvang, has it at the back. She carries it nicely. This is a wonderful drive. Now it's come away with it. Howard looks to the gap. Oh, wonderful short angle. Tripped to the ground, though. Little offload was excellent from Howard. Picking and going, the same side. Gilberg in there too. Now it's Jess Vang. Players piling over it. Lench telling them where to go.
Mel Crew coming forward with Taryn Brennan on the tackle.
Still going the same way, Howard. Oh, the penalty for leaving the feet. Tough call, but it is the right one. And it goes the Glendale way. We spoke about the far half, the talented number 10, Hannah Stolber. She also played college basketball at Northern Iowa. And I bet you there isn't a sport that she wouldn't be good at if she tried.
Well, you mentioned basketball too. There's just a number of former collegiate athletes in all different sports codes that have crossed over here. Basketball in particular, just being able to read the spaces, work in communication with your teammates.
And here's the replay as you watch it here. Excellent offload and just diving in. Hitting the deck nicely, and you can see the players then leaving their feet, unfortunately. That led to the penalty. And now all of a sudden we have Glendale on attack. And I know that their coaches, Michael Feely, will be looking on, seeing if they can put some phases together to get that go-forward ball. Stolber now. Smashing it up. Oh, there we go. Lovely stuff. Beating the first player. Oh, thunderous, bone-jarring tackle. That would definitely melt snow in winter.
That's Broughton on that hard-fought tackle, getting a little bit back from that tip that Howard got on the last play around.
Stolber spots a gap and she's through. Hannah Stolber stepping off the left. Cutting them up through the middle. This is the Raptors we've come to see and expect. Rachel Ryan. The support arrives. Still going the same way.
Excellent go-forward play by Kit Linsky and Ryan. Both known for their hard-charging runs.
Oh, but the penalty has gone the other way. And unfortunately, it is the Twin City Amazons who come away with it. The Glendale fans won't be very happy about that. Holding on, though, is the call from Weaver. And all of a sudden, that is being repelled.
Venata true to the kick. Relieving some pressure there for the Twin City Amazons.
So watch the replay over here. That is the thunderous tackle indeed. Whoa! Can you believe it? Coming from the outside center, and that was Sylvia Broughton with that tackle.
Broughton just solid form, coming off the 2014 World Cup as well. Teammates with Stolba and Wagner and Shabbat. A number of international players here on this Glendale team.
That's a nice clean take. The Amazons, the champions from 2013, they have possession. They beat Berkeley 25-12. The Berkeley All Blues in the final last time, so the Twin City Amazons looking to retain their title.
That's Sarambinski driving her feet, doing well to keep possession of the ball. Nice offload from Howard to Kugler, breaking forward upfield.
It's a wonderful half break on the outside, ranging up. Thrown to the ground though. The defense is equal to the task. Anderson comes in. The ball's popped up though. Amazons, Bowker is in there. Howard, ball spits loose. Thunderous tackle coming in from the side. Japers, Candice Roos from the Marines comes steaming in and puts a Hail Mary on her opposite number. She's fired up, and so am I.
Ruiz did well to just stop that momentum from the Orange and Blue Nation there. Tackle that was really needed at that point.
Look at that break. That really was a piece of genius. And this offload too, on the run. Excellent stuff to find the wing three-quarter.
Just phenomenal support to get there by Kayla Finn.
Glendale come away with the lineup. They went the short route. Looking for their runners. A little bit of a slow ball coming up. Oh, smashing it up. That's the Eagle, Shabbat. Now it's been stolen from the side, but I think it's hands in illegally. Sarah Shabbat getting good forward ball for her team, and they've drawn the penalty. Hannah Stolben with those racing stripes on the side of her head.
That was Stacey Bridges on the tackle of Shabbat, just really putting in a little bit of extra effort.
Nice looking kick, finds touch very easily. They need to just get into their rhythm, which they started to find of the Glendale Raptors. We said they had a 4-2 over record coming into this. But last year they were 6-0 in the regular season. So they've lost some players through injury, a couple of people overseas. And so that's where they find themselves right now. Going to the back of the line out. Lovely take. They find Stolber up front. She looks to take the no-look pass. Excellent bit of work there. Rachel Ryan on the wraparound. Now they're busting through. That is Candice Roos with a Sonny Bill Williams flick going backwards. Wagner is in there too. Very close to the line. Glendale all over this. Numbers to burn. Stop with a cutout pass. Goosing on the outside and diving right near the line was the right wing. Perinsky.
Stolba, great vision there to feed to Brzezinski, just short of the line.
Brzezinski had a very entertaining game on Friday. Just short of the try line, as you said there. The avid archaeologist. The ball moves away from the side of the field now. Anderson is on the far left wing with a blonde hairstyle. Here it comes now. They need to find the wheels. Andu. Anderson. What can she do? Finds the looper. Sexauer, the try scorer from Friday. She gets stopped. The backs come in to clean this up. And it's a pick and go. Kittery Wagner. She's everywhere. Roos arrives. Stolba very flat to the line. Looks for the offload. It's a cut-out pass. And we'll find Kidlinski. That Roos trio is tremendous for Glendale. They must score. Right near the line. Diving over. So close. What is referee Weaver going to say? Held up is the call. Some real intense end-to-end stuff there, Katie.
Just phenomenal defensive stand there by the Amazons. They've got to be pleased with that effort. But Glendale, credit to them for just spreading the field as wide as possible, making those large forwards move a great deal.
And they have that exciting back row team of Kalinski, Ryan, and Brennan, 6, 7, and 8. And then I like Candice Roos at the half position because she snipes when she can.
Yep, definitely. And normally also has been known to play center or even fullback as well. Pretty versatile player for Glendale.
So it's scrum time here. Referee Weaver is center stage as the fans cheer them on. A lot of people have come out here to Life University here in Atlanta, Georgia. They've hosted this wonderful tournament where 8 teams have taken part in the WPL Championship, hashtag WPL Rugby on Twitter. And obviously check us out on Facebook, Women's Premier League, as Roos puts the ball in. The scrum spins a bit, but it comes out to Roos. She may have knocked it on, but it's an early illegal spin. And so Stolba has the ball right now. She's got to go back to the mark. Referee Weaver signaling there. So we may see a tap and go, or they may call for a reset of the scrum just to draw in a few more defenders.
I'm sure Amazons are really looking to take this opportunity to take a deep breath, take a moment to see exactly what's collecting themselves. Looks like they're going to go for the points here.
They are indeed, and it is early stages in this game. First 20 minutes, and they've opted for the 3 points, so the kicking team will come onto the field. And while we have this quick break in the action, we've got to just give it another shout-out, this time to DHL. DHL is the official express delivery and logistics provider of USA Rugby. You're witnessing 8 incredible teams that embody speed, passion, and determination. These same qualities make DHL your specialist in international shipping. DHL, delivering at the speed of yellow. They are indeed. And I'll tell you what, the speed of yellow is happening right now on the field. It is ferocious stuff here in this final. If you just tuned in, this is the National Championship, the WPL Championship. I'm Dallin Stanford, and with me is Katie Wurst. Katie, you've played for both teams. Who are you supporting?
I'm supporting quality rugby here, Dallin, today. Just a fantastic effort by both sides at this stage.
Katie Wurst, ladies and gentlemen, a very good answer. Diplomat by trade. As this kick sails through, Stolba makes no mistake, and all of a sudden it's 5-3. They are back in this game, scoring their first points.
Dallin, you mentioned earlier just the loose forwards that Glendale has. Fantastic effort by Rachel Ryan and also Joanna Kitlitsky. On the Amazon side, too, just a number of phenomenal players. You got Linnell Kugler, many times capped international. Also, another player not seen here for the Amazons is Morgan Johnson, an athlete that's actually at home dealing with some medical issues. And as you saw the sign early on when they came out for the national anthem, I just want to send some love back to her back home.
Absolutely. Our thoughts go out to her. She's watching this feed. The ball gets knocked backwards. And no, it's actually forward, says referee Weaver. So it's going to come down for a scrum there. And just talking about the WPL Rugby, we've actually got to thank JD Black, one of our camera folks out here. I've always seen him around Infinity Park, hustling around like a busy bee. And he's here this weekend doing great stuff. And we had a Gift as well, commentating in the booth. Gift Time Rugby. Check him out on Twitter. He did great work this morning. And Brendan Thompson as well in the commentary booth, the local man from Life University, was pretty fantastic. And we've got to thank our other photographers as well, klphotos.com. You can read us the backslash there if you can read it, Katie.
Sure, it's klcphotos.com/rugby. You can go ahead and purchase photos online if you like what you see here.
I definitely will. I saw some good photos of some interviews that we conducted yesterday. Got to get those back to the family back home. Show that I actually do some work during the weekends. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've mentioned it before. This is the final. and we've had 8 glorious teams fight it out. The game before this was a hotly contested game, and Atlanta went down 20-10 to the Berkeley All Blues. And of course, the Berkeley All Blues were involved in that exciting 22-19 clash against the Twin City Amazons on Friday.
You see Kit Wagner marshalling her forwards here, lining up for this scrum. She's actually a mathematics content specialist in Jefferson County Public School District back in the state of Colorado.
That is fantastic. It's amazing to see what these rugby players do in their real lives. Just a hobby is being on the field. And we had some biomechanics specialists. We had a couple of scientists, some folks having getting their PhD. And rugby brings across all sorts and all walks of life, including that man in the middle, Kurt Weaver. We mentioned him before. He was a part-time male model in his teens. And after that failed, he took up rugby. And he's been heavily involved with the youth development here in the United States. Just a wonderful guy and all-round positive light at USA Rugby.
Here's Rachel Lynch to put the ball in for the Twin Cities.
Ball comes out now. Lynch on the back of it. Howard. She loves to take it up to the gain line. Almost throws an intercept pass, but it's hacked ahead beautifully. Soccer skills from the sensation. Could she go all the way? Steaming through. Oh, huge tackle coming in from Sexauer, and that has stopped a certain try. On the end of that was Jessica Sexauer against her opposite number, JC Fernanda, who scored a try on day 1 against Berkeley, steaming in on the outside. Huge tackle coming in. We watched the replay here. The soccer skills to go with it. I mean, the US soccer coach should be watching this. That really was electric. On the outside, but watch Sexauer coming in. Boom! And of course, the chasing back is your number 7, Rachel Ryan, as well.
Venata, another player that's on the radar of head women's national team coach Pete Steinberg. Hails from South Dakota. An athlete that's really come onto the scene for the Twin Cities.
Glendale under a lot of pressure here on their own line. Down 5-3. Squirting around and taken back. Unfortunately, dot down there, so desperate times for the scrum half. And that was Candace Roos serving in the Marine Corps, formerly with the Austin Valkyries in Austin, Texas. I got to see her strut of stuff in the field there. And she really is an up-and-coming talent. Very versatile, as you already have mentioned. So the ball is turned over, and it's going to be a scrum to the Twin City Amazon side.
So a number of the Amazons forwards just kind of celebrating that effort. A good shove they put on there just to disrupt Glendale a bit.
Got to make mention, of course, Stacey Bridges, the captain, the 8th man for this Twin City Amazon team. She's like a road runner. I mentioned that earlier. She's everywhere on the field, and she was a member of the 2014 Rugby World Cup team. Her skills were very valuable for this side. Of course, she's well supported by Linnell Kugler and Melissa Kruger, the other flankers.
She's actually a World Cup athlete for the 2010 World Cup and a reserve this time around for 2014. Has 18 caps to her credit and a former member of the Texas A&M Rugby Nation.
And that's no mean feat. People hear the number of caps, but we don't get to play in many internationals here in the US, you know, so you get 3 or 4 caps a year maybe. And so it takes a long time to accumulate that, and she's at the tail end of this scrum. Now she's the back. We'll see what happens here. Will she pick and go herself? It collapses straight away, and it's going to be a penalty.
She's making a quick adjustment off to the second portion of the tunnel, just shifting over a little bit.
Amazons, they do go quick. Smashing it up all their forwards. They're the reigning WPL champions. They'll look to add another title if they can. A little short ball to Kugler. She's met with some traffic. Now they're picking up and going the same way. In there's Jestavang. Howard once. Howard loves to take it up. There she is. Oh, Howard bumps off Stolber, but doesn't make too many meters as she's scragged by the loose trio. And a penalty goes against her. Might have been holding on. And taken quickly. Stolber smashes it downfield. There's a bit of space to work here as they're chasing. Coming back to collect is JC Fernanda. She puts a chip. Oh, it's charged down. Beautiful stuff. But the ball wins the race. It's Kalinski with that great bit of defensive work.
Kalinski and Ruiz really on that ball, building that wall going forward. You see a lot of positivity being injected into this Glendale side. Forwards for the Twin City Amazons coming together to have a little chat, bring back a bit of composure.
The Glendale team working very nicely as a team. They came third in the WPL last year, and Captain Laura Miller really urging her troops on. In the meantime, the Amazons have come away with this rolling maul.
Just that signature domination from the set-piece play here so far for the Amazons.
They take it away. They're standing Kugler. Probably needs to get a couple of meters running onto it, and then she'll be lethal like she was on Friday.
Credit to Ryan for a great launch off the line there.
Smashing tackle coming in on Melissa Krug. Now they take it forward with Moss. Kugler on the inside. Trying to keep in field, but the flag wins the race. It's Bridges just taken out. Our camera duo is right on the spot there, and it'll be Glendale ball.
Great competition for the ball by both sides.
So forward pass is what's called first, and we had our assistant AR getting involved, helping out with that decision. And so it's going to be a scrum to the Glendale side. Their forward pack is their strength, and they've obviously got some skilled backs, but they'll need to work really hard to contain this Twin City Amazon team, who haven't lost many games in recent years.
They certainly are one of the standard programs, and they've been playing in the conference that has a number of different teams that have supported the growth here of this WPL competition.
And we'll see the scrum here. Candice Roos puts it in. And a little bit of pressure comes out to her. Now they move it to Stolber. Stolber attacking. Hits their outside centre. Broughton. Outside centre over there is Beard. Stolber again. Cut out pass. Oh, Japers, Creepers! Monstrous hit coming in from the Amazons. They managed to lay it back. The defense is very heavy, and that's Beard getting involved in as well. Brennan in there too.
That's the second jackhammer tackle there by Broughton for the day.
Now they look to move it forward. Ryan, former under 23 player for the Eagles, still going forward after that heavy hit. Determination on the faces of the Glendale team. Roos, she's thundered backwards. Now laying back, they still have possession. Nesberg getting in there and helping out. Stolber spots a bit of gap. That left foot of hers. Will it win the race to the touchline? Yes, it does. And while that ball's in touch, just a great touch from this Glendale team. They're actually wearing Atlanta Harlequin socks for this match. And the reason why they're wearing those socks is because the Atlanta Harlequins should be in this final, but they forfeited. So watch the replay of that tackle. Wow, that really was fantastic stuff coming in from that center. She's done 2 big hits already, has Boca and Broughton. But yeah, wearing the Atlanta socks, really a nice touch from the Glendale side.
Really, just Glendale making a credit to their effort that they made in the match. I mean, just a solid match. Anybody that tuned in 2 days ago, fantastic effort, good team effort by the Harlequins.
I was wondering why they look pretty bright in their colors, you know, uncharacteristic. The ball's been knocked forward, so Atlanta the Atlanta Sox players, the Glendale team, will capture this ball. Stolber once, trying to look for a way through. Lovely cut-out pass, a little bit of space and room to work. Sexauer cuts in. The fullback knocks the ball on, unfortunately, in her efforts, and doesn't make anything of it. But Stolber has the vision to throw those beautiful cut-out passes, doesn't she?
Absolutely. Stolber just a real visionary. She can look upfield, see where the gaps are. She's able to utilize the space and does a fantastic job of distribution. Her passing abilities are just top class. And
speaking of top class, AIG is a proud sponsor of USA Rugby. AIG is a leading international insurance and financial services organization serving commercial, institutional, and individual customers in more than 130 countries. As we watch that replay, big thanks to AIG, who are a proud supporter of USA Rugby. And of course, you know, we're a supporter of them too, you know. So if you're looking to get something in the commercial world, AIG, look them up online. They're also a supporter of the All Blacks, who came to play us more recently in the Chicago Clash. And what a sellout that was.
Certainly, just if you had the opportunity to be a part of that event, just wonderful to see that many fans supporting the game here in the U.S. of all ages. And in fact, another player, former early retired player, Jamie Burke, was actually honored at halftime of this match. 50 caps to her credit. Just a wonder, a leadership component here this match, and actually gives back to the game in many different ways.
She really does indeed, and that touches on the Atlanta Sevens. The next big event here, international rugby, comes to Atlanta, Georgia. It's the Women's World Series on March 14th and 15th. To get your tickets, go to usarugby.org/Atlanta Sevens. You can purchase them. They've just been available this weekend, so you want to go online now and get the best tickets available, and we will see you there on March 14th and 15th. It's going to be held at that wonderful venue. It is the Fifth Third Bank Stadium at Kennesaw State University, and that is the Women's World Series. Now 6 stops around the globe. And of course, I had a chance to play on the 7 Series, and really was an unbelievable adventure, traveling around the world representing the United States of America.
As we have talked about, there's such a global component here of this WPL championship. We got players from Australia, Netherlands, number of teams that will be represented at Atlanta Sevens coming here. And if you just walk around the crowd here, a number of people have already bought their tickets today to come down to see this event that will be at Kennesaw State University.
And of course, you can join the action, use the hashtag Atlanta Sevens, and you can find them on Twitter as well, at Atlanta Sevens. And so make sure you follow them for the latest. So Katie Wurst is with me. I'm Dallin Stanford, and you are tuned in. It is the 2014 Emirates Airline USA Rugby WPL National Championship. We are crowning our champion this afternoon. It is 5-3, and it's a very narrow margin. The Twin City Amazons on the left of your screen, they lead Glendale, playing with Atlanta Sox. Scrum time right now. JD Black in the background, snapping away. Now it's picked up at the back. It comes through. Bridges, the captain, getting valuable meters for her team.
Nice support there by the Twin City Amazons.
Howard under all sorts of pressure. Stolber's right in her face.
Howard did well to take that ball and scramble upfield.
She did indeed. A real robust player. Now it looks like Melissa Krug, I think so.
It's Bridges driving through there. It's Josfang coming up the wing.
A couple of players are down in the background as these forward rumble forward. Now it comes out to the backs. Kick through over the top. There's a lot of space here. There's no fullback back. Anderson's coming back. Sexauer's coming to collect. It's a race. The ball's knocked forwards.
That's Lundstrom and Bowker on that ball. Well-placed kick there by Broughton.
That was a special bit of vision. And all of a sudden, the great following up. There was a lot of pressure coming through. Kaylee Lindstrom putting a lot of pressure on her opposite number. And Sexauer did well to gather and prevent at least a try, even though she knocked it on.
Lundstrom with just those wonderful strides that she has, a part of that Sevens program in Chula Vista at one point.
Oh, she runs like a gazelle. She really got great strides. She can beat a lot of defenders, and showing those seven skills on Friday, wasn't she?
Speaking of seven skills, quite a great place kick there by Broughton, showing a little bit of her attacking prowess. I mean, we've seen her just hammer through some solid hits on the line all game today.
And I believe you showed your attacking prowess yesterday. You traveled up and played a local club match. Katie Wurst doing the commentary today. Oh, and the fan comes in. Bridges goes strong. Sets up another ruck point. Now they go to Kugler, the MVP from Friday.
Getlinski getting in on that.
Gilbert. Oh, lovely line off the inside shoulder of Howard. The defenders come to try and snaffle that away. Candice Roos working actively. And the penalty does come the way now for the Twin City Amazons. Got to release the tackle player. And so they might go for the touch line here because their rolling maul has been on fire all season.
It really is just an exceptional tool that the Twin City Amazons use. One that really Glendale hasn't found an answer for yet.
Nice kick for the touch. It's 5 meters out. Referee Haley, assistant AR Haley Slaughter is on the mark there. She's done wonderful work as well with a whistle in hand. She took charge of some of the games we called on Friday. Now she's on the sideline. Expect the rolling maul coming your way. They've scored once already, and it was one of their forwards who rumbled over. Justavang. Now it's collapsed on purpose, I would imagine. They still go a couple meters out. The Zons diving through. Trying to reach over there. The defense comes firing back, though. And turnover has been claimed from the Glendale Raptors. Stolber slips, gathers, gets back on the left foot, and kicks it approximately to where the original liner went. Whew, dangerous times there.
Credit to T.T. Brennan and Rachel Ryan on that, really just coming off hard off that line, solidifying that post position.
But more about this Twin City Amazons team. Their head coach, Roger Brueggemeyer, has done wonderful stuff with their program. We said they're one of the original WPL teams. This is their 6th season, and they've won it several times, founded in 1982. They return to defend their title. Goes to the front again. We know the move. Oh, and there's a play on the ground. That really could even be a yellow card, but they've managed to keep it up in the air. They rumble forward to the line. And they're over! Twin City Amazons shut the gates. Their second try, and they are hard to stop.
Just Twin City Amazons, just a dominant set-piece move there. Glendale had a little bit of success earlier to break that up, but not so lucky this time around. Just great organization and good go-forward rugby.
As you said, it's so tough to stop the rolling maul, and Bob pulling it down and giving away a penalty try is virtually not much you could do. They try to hold it from the back. We'll watch the replay in a second as the fans come alive here at Life University. It is 10-3. The Twin City Amazons take a lead in this WPL National Championship final. Exciting rugby we've had, and there's lots more to come as this first half ticks away.
You saw a number of Amazon supporters there on the sideline. So many great female rugby players to come out of the Twin City Amazons, including Ann Berry, former president of USA Rugby, and Tammy Cowan as well. So involved with so many different aspects of USA Rugby. Also the coach of St. John's University. Just phenomenal alumni that we have, and a number of them in the stands today wearing orange and blue.
It really is, and it's great you gave her a shout out. Done wonderful work for USA Rugby. And kicked through, a quick kick is the Glendale side. The ball's bouncing all over the place, kept infield. And now they try to dance. Oh, thunderous tackle coming in on the outside there. That really was monstrous and was coming in from Rachel Ryan in the Eagle player pool and shows why she is an absolute menace on defense. Kalinski now takes it up. Stolber, they want to get back straight away. Cut out pass. This is their outside center. Beard throws a lovely pass. Perinsky. She beats one. Diving through. She's over. Can you believe it? What a strike back. Don't put the kettle on, rugby fans. Perinsky has come right back, the archaeologist, and scored a brilliant 5-pointer.
Just an absolutely exceptional answer to that try that was just scored there. Glendale, really credit to Hannah Stoba for seeing that space and moving the ball quickly, making sure that they kept their width on the field. Amazon's just taking a half-second, little bit of a lapse, maybe getting a little bit too confident.
Anything can happen in rugby, and especially a final. And the fans are really starting to cheer from both sides right now. We've seen back-to-back tries, and this is what you've come to watch. These are the two best teams in the WPL battling it out. It's 10-8 with a tricky conversion to come from the sideline from Hannah Stolber. And still we have 5 minutes left in this first half.
Dallin, we seem to see just the momentum shift from side to side. I mean, just credit to both of these teams. Just fantastic standards here for the WPL finals.
It really is indeed. Stolber has a tricky kick to come up, and while she lines that up, we'll just give you a quick little word. BLK, there's our kit provider. I'm going to give them a shout out in a few seconds. Hannah Stolber from the side. It's a nice high kick. It's just too far. So let you know, get the new BLK home jersey today for $94.99. Visit shopusarugby.com to get your new BLK gear. And we watched the replay of, this was the Amazons try, their rolling maul, and they got a quick 5-pointer. And then the replay of the other try will come to you in a bit. It's 10-8 with under 4 minutes to go in this first half. The 2014 Emirates Airline USA Rugby WPL National Championship. Shabbat underneath it. Fens beats the first player. Takes it to the ground. In fact, that was Nesberg. Amazons try to mix it up with them. Shabbat comes to help out now. Looking for some first half runners. Now they do, oh, another bone-jarring tackle. You could feel it up here. Katlinski on the end of this one. Steaming forward is the outside center, Gina Beard. Stolber, a little bit of space and a lovely place kick over the head of the fullback, Fonada. She has to do a lot of work to get back. The ball is not over the try line, is it? No, it is. Just by 1 meter and dots it down for a 22. Wow, any closer and we could have seen an exciting kickback.
Fonada just really earning her money today. Exceptional at chasing down those far kicks.
And that's the replay of the try. Perinsky keeping us on the edge of the seats with that wonderful try in the corner, the wing 3-quarter, showing all her skills on the outside. So, Twin City Amazons, they're under a little bit of pressure. They're 22-meter dropout. And they'll try find their forwards. And it's a nicely placed kick. It just has to go over the line. It's been knocked on. So it'll be advantage here for the Glendale Raptors. No advantage coming. And now all of a sudden, as you said, the momentum swing is here. And the Glendale side have another chance to attack.
This is good field position here for Glendale. They'll be looking to capitalize on this opportunity.
The Glendale side, we mentioned they're captained by Laura Miller. Good work by their new coaches, Michael Feely and Jack Forrest. They're, of course, out of that beautiful Infinity Park Stadium. I do get a lot of opportunities to go up and commentate and announce there. And it is one of the state-of-the-art facilities that they have. So very lucky to have that, and good coaching crew as well there. Got Andre Sneeman, who is in the men's set up, former Springbok sensation.
Miller, a great transfer from the DC Furies program as well, too. Really earned on and has taken a great leadership role for this Glendale team.
Beard now. She's been full of it today. There she is now, cutting back against the grain. She's hard to stop. Picking up and going. Nesbert. The forwards come in to help. Kidlinski's there. The ball squirts backwards. Now it comes out. There she is. That is Kidlinski right now. She can pick up and go. She placed the ball back nicely.
Sexauer does well to get into support when needed.
Ruse. That's the other live wire, Rachel Ryan.
Rachel Ryan driving through, just getting a couple of extra meters for Glendale. Jamel Krug working on it now.
And the turnover is good. Stolen from the Amazons. Excellent bit of defense from them. Their forwards burrow in. Looking for the offload. Couldn't quite get it. That was Krug. Now the Glendale players try to pile in. And nothing coming from that, so referee Weaver slows it down. It'll be a scrum to the Twin City Amazons. Yeah, so you mentioned a few players switching for jobs and careers, and some of the players rotating around. I mean, you've played for both these sides as well. How does that affect some of the teams when you play against your old teammates?
I think there's just a number of high standard of coaches that we have here that work to kind of meld the different groups where they come from different game plans, different styles. But if you look at a team like the Twin City Amazons, has for a number of years had programs that are now feeding into those, so those collegiate programs. A number of the athletes give back. Former player Rebecca Radke, known as Reebok, also coaches University of Minnesota. It's going to be a great feeder program for the Twin City Amazons.
And speaking of the Amazons here, they come away with it.
And Glendale himself has University of Colorado as well to filter in a number of players there. Rodriguez Howard is one that lines out for Glendale now.
And meanwhile, Howard couldn't collect that. Was at her bootstraps, and she may have knocked that on. That was a tricky pass to handle. And with less than a minute to go in this first half for the WPL Championship Final, it is a scrum and possession to the Glendale Raptors. And they'll be looking to use this to finish off the half strong, see if they can take the lead. I have been impressed with their outside, with their both centres. We've seen Hedda Rodriguez-Howard and Jenna Beard attacking with ferocious speed. And that, I think, is the difference. Sometimes catching the ball flat-footed, you don't get go-forward ball. Unfortunately
for them, they're running into Bowker and Broughton on the other side. Broughton just hammering tackler all game long.
Oh, she has been. And there are a lot of highlight reels will be made after this final. Stolber, she's the 10, awaiting this possession. Ruse feeds. Now they break out. Ruse on the outside, using her speed, gliding on the outside. Finds Perinsky, the try scorer from earlier. Perinsky cuts through. But she's met by her opposite number. Lundstrom makes that tackle. Now they find the forwards. Taking it up with Ryan.
Nice thundering run there by Rachel Ryan again.
It's a drop kick. Stolber off the side of the boot. Doesn't quite have the direction, but they knew they had advantage. Clever player from Hannah Stolber, the experienced veteran, showing all her silky skills. And it was a high tackle on the wing on Perinsky. So it is going to be another opportunity here for Glendale, and you may feel they could kick this for the touch, or they could get the 3 points.
They certainly have options here. I mean, at this point, if they kick it for touch, they're going up against a really solid set piece that we've seen from the Twin City Amazons.
And they are going for poles. They have signaled for the uprights, so they'll go for a penalty attempt for 3 points as this half is done. Rugby fans, it is the 2014 Emirates Airline USA Rugby WPL National Championship. And I'm Dallin Stanford, and follow me at The Rugby Corner, and of course, therugbycorner.com. And with Katie Wurst, Twitter handle again, Katie?
KT Rugby 4.
I'll never remember that, Katie. That's just too many letters.
Try to keep it as simple as I can, Dallin.
I'm a back after all. Took too many hits. And of course, we said, while you're waiting for this kick, go to usarugby.org/Atlanta Sevens. Pick up your tickets for the next big event, which will be here on March 14th, 15th. And you will be treated to an unbelievable 2-day weekend of extravaganza, of action, of fun, of laughter, joy, and delight.
While you're at it, you can join the conversation and hashtag WPL Rugby.
Hannah Stolber. Silence here at the stadium. Just my annoying voice. Stolber. It's low. It's a driving kick. It had the distance, but not the direction. And that will bring us to half-time, rugby fans. The Twin City Amazons up 10-8 in this pulsating clash at Life University. We may have some highlights coming up, or we might go to a break. But meanwhile, what do you think of those two sides? Really even balanced, isn't it, Katie?
Just a fantastic match here, Dallin. All the different tools that each side brings to the table. So much physicality in this level match here.
And there is the physicality right from the start. We were looking at the highlights here. It's the Amazons with possession, and they rumbled through and scored that try. Meanwhile, Glendale struck back. Oh, look at those tackles. They are coming in thick and fast, and there are so many of them busting through the line there with the Amazons, and this almost led to a try on the outside. The defense was equal to the task. Sexhauer came in and flooded the lanes, and as the Amazons scored 2 tries to Glendale's 1, we see a penalty kick here from Hannah Stolber, and he's 10-8 over here. So those were the highlights here at Life University, and we see the last little bit rumbling forward. The rolling maul has been absolutely sensational. Their coaches looking on. It is phenomenal stuff. So rugby fans, don't go away. We're going to take a quick break for the half. It is 10-8. The Twin City Amazons lead the Glendale Raptors here at Life University. The second half action and a lot more in this 2014 Emirates Airline USA Rugby WPL National Championship. We'll be back. And welcome back here to the 2014 Emirates Airline USA Rugby WPL National Championship. I'm Dallin Stanford, and with me is Katie Wurst. This has been an enthralling final. The first 40 minutes, it's 10-8. The team on the right, the Twin City Amazons lead. And Glendale, what do they need to do to get back?
I think just Glendale in particular has to find some type of answer for the set piece play that we have seen so far from the Twin City Amazons. Just their driving maul, very organized. They've been pushing it forward. It earned them a try earlier, something they have to come up with an answer for.
And a massive tackle coming in, and they have answered your question right from the start, and they've won the line out, have the Glendale Raptors. The ladies from Infinity Park have traveled afar from Colorado, and they are hungry to take this final. Those of you that watched Friday's action, they had a very tough game. Here they go. They move it quickly. Now they find Stolber. Stolber looks at no-look pass. This time dummies. The half gap closes very quickly. And an illegal hands in. And it's a penalty. Offside play. So straight away, the momentum comes back to the Glendale side. They are wearing Atlanta socks because the Atlanta team put in an unbelievable display to beat Glendale on Friday 13-7. But they knew fair well the team had decided to play an ineligible player, so they knew they would be forfeiting the game, did Atlanta. And so Glendale find their way through to this final. And who knows, a penalty to come, they could take the lead for the very first time in the game, Katie.
You saw early on just some great intensity at the clearance and the ruck there. Glendale signifying that they're ready to come to play here for the second half.
You mentioned that. We're about to look at that replay. Instead, we're looking at Hannah Stolber with those shiny cleats of her. She really is an all-around ball player. Skilled, running, tackling, takes it to the line. And just the experience that she brings to this team as a playmaker and leader, it must be phenomenal. You play with her, right?
Absolutely. She just has really come into her own in terms of being able to distribute the ball and read the field quite well. Certainly based on the international experience she's recently had as the last World Cup player.
Yeah, well, she's in my dream team of the 15 selected from this tournament, wearing the number 10 jersey, Hannah Stolber. Here she goes. She struck it well. And it's over. Go, you good thing. She adds 3, and all of a sudden Glendale take the lead, 11-10. This pulsating final has just got a little bit more interesting.
Great decision there by the Glendale team to take the points that were offered to them early on. With the course of this match as it's going, it's going to come down to the wire, Dallin. You need to take the points when they're afforded. It
is indeed. That's a replay of the kick. The left-footed Stolber adds the penalty to 3 points. And the Amazons will look to stem the tide. That has changed. And they're kicking off from right to left in your screen as the sun is still pretty high here at Life University. Shabbat takes that beautifully like an absolute basketball sensation. She leaps into the air. The scrum half Roos is a bit late in arriving. Now they take it up. Kidlinski. She's held, but manages to bring the ball down. It could be a turnover. The ball has come the way of the Amazons, but an illegal steal there. And Weaver's going to have a word. He pulls across a couple of their plays, Melissa Krug, and also chatting to the captain, Stacey Bridges, just to double check. He looks like he was going to reach into his BLK pocket, but decides against it. So here's that take in the air, the replay. And that was just off the replay. In fact, this is when Roos arrived, and they tried to smash it up with Kalinsky. And it was Kugler and Kalinsky. What a devastating duo going head-to-head. The kick is out, so Glendale are back on the ascendancy.
Certainly, Dallin. You talked about, mentioned Stoll would be on your dream team. I'd certainly pick Linnell Kugler as one of mine. Just a fantastic athlete, great all-around player.
Oh,
Speaking of
absolutely. Kugler's in my team right from the start. Don't try to steal my players.
Well, you folks at home, who would you pick for yours? Go ahead and tweet your pick for 2014 MVP using hashtag WRL Rugby.
WPL Rugby. That's okay.
Sorry
That's fine. It's you had a game yesterday. It's a lot happening for you this weekend. But yeah, WPL Rugby. There's a shot of the socks. Vote for your MVP. I'm going to tweet right away right now. I've got a couple I'm going to send in. I'm going to try use some different aliases so that USA Rugby don't see I'm flogging their account there. And we've got a solid scrum coming down here. It is going to be the Twin City Amazons to try get out of pressure. They're in their own half. Bridges picks up. She's tackled heavily to the ground. Now it's that try scorer. Jestvang rumbles it forwards. They still work the same side. Howard takes it to the line again. This time gets an offload. It's an outside centre, Broughton. But Glendale in there ferociously defending.
Howard had such a heroic moment in their last match. Really just able to find that gap and slip through.
Oh, she did. She made me eat my words. Remember that? Yep. And meanwhile, it's been turned over twice. And it's come the way of the Amazons. They get a penalty for offside play. So they'll boot it downfield and relieve a little bit of pressure. But you're right, Howard, I was saying at fly-off, she took it to the line a bit too much and didn't pass much. And then she scored the winning try.
Howard, interestingly enough, kind of a versatile player as well. Known for being a tight 5 forward and previously for the U20 program.
That is phenomenal, phenomenal. This is the high-ranging kick from Shabbat, showing all her skills. And that's why she's been a favorite for the US Eagles. And that's a good clearance kick as well for the penalty. And yeah, just getting back to that fly-half, you can see Howard is not a natural fly-half, but she shows a lot of skill to take it to the line and vision as well, every now and again to find her woman in space. Good opportunity here for the Amazons. They are now, first time they've been trailing in a match, I think, for a long time.
Credit to Coach Roger Bergmeyer. Again, you said just such a long-time addition to this Twin City Amazons team, having some vision to put some players in some different positions and help them build that confidence to perform well here at the championship final.
Bergmeyer has done a brilliant work with that program. Now they steam it forward with their classic rolling maul. Such a tough thing to defend. It's offloaded. Howard, oh, lovely offload. But smashing tackle comes in there on the inside center, Maria Bauker. Turnover, Glendale ball. They'll look to move it, a little bit of space. They can get it to hand. Anderson on the outside. But she just put her foot into touch. Did the former bodybuilder. And she does great work with the Glendale Youth Rugby program up there, does Anderson. And the kids love her. I know that. I've seen her run out with the flag rugby, rookie rugby program. It's great to see. We'll watch the little replay here. Thunderous tackle. The centres have really been going hard at each other. Both sides have been equal to the task. Some monumental collisions.
Just an absolute battle. You see number 12, Bowker, getting a little slow to get up after that hit.
Rolling maul. They peel around the side. Brown is involved. Krug also. Now they hit the deck. Picking and driving again.
It's just a signature move of the Twin City Amazons. Pick the ball up, gain those extra meters.
And Glendale all over them. They will move it. Taking it forward is that hard-running center of theirs, Rodriguez Howard. She knows one way and it's straight.
Quite an attack here by Kalinski.
Beautiful run. Phenomenal. Kalinski. Keep the change, she says. Rounding defenders like parked cars. Still going strong. Wasn't held. Oh, the referee said it was a clean tackle. She hit the deck, had to let go. Wow, Kalinski leaving people in her wake as she slices through.
Just an exceptional run by that Palomino pony there. Just wonderful effort. Fantastic charging through the line.
Oh, the pony can go, and she's wonderful in defense as well. Just putting in bone-jarring hits. She also makes the dream team. That clearance kick didn't go very far, but did relieve some pressure for the Amazon side. And here's the replay, showing all the skill of a loose forward. Busting up the middle, there she goes. Get off me, she says. The first fend, the second fend. Going so strong, like a thief in the night. Now the rolling maul. Amazons, the Zons, they find Howard. Howard will look to smash this up. Oh, and throws a forward, speculated pass. A little bit of a hospital pass and sells her player. And it's turnover. The crowd come alive. Glendale with the ball. Stepping and going. Busting through the middle. What a wonderful break. The outside centre, Beard. Shrugs off a few folks. Jenna Beard, but the counter ruck is good. Oh, and the heavy collision coming in there. But it's Glendale ball. Pandemonium stuff. I'm about to lose my voice here. Frothing at the mouth. It's Glendale, still with possession. 11-10, they lead. 6-hour, there's space on the outside. Oh, Shabbat makes a chapeau of that. And unfortunately, the ball goes to the ground. And the Amazons have it. Wow. Entertaining play.
Fantastic. 6-hour looking to try to ship the ball as much as she could. She did have some space to work with. Just got a little bit ahead of that pass. Unfortunate for Glendale there.
That was back and forth stuff. So many turnovers. The ferociousness at the breakdown was just unbelievable. And while there's a player down, got to mention Smith and Forge. Smith and Forge is the official hard side of USA Rugby and one of the newest sponsors of this weekend's WPL Championship. Let us know your picks for the Smith and Forge WPL MVP using the hashtag WPL Rugby. I'm absolutely thirsty right now after that play, and I'll tell you what, need to send somebody to the store for us. Got some super subs coming on the field, so support Smith and Forge and, of course, support USA Rugby. We thank you for their support. Number 18 for Glendale takes the field, and that is going to be Monica Van Buskirk. The 33-year-old, she comes onto the field, and she'll add a bit of dynamite for her side.
Certainly, Dallin, you see the submission forward up there, and it is made strong. In particular, we talked about the loose forwards here. We mentioned that the centers have just been hard-charging individuals, solid tackles, but the loose forwards on both sides, Rachel Ryan and Joanna Kitlinski, but then you've got Linnell Kugler and Mel Krug on the other side too. Just really a fantastic battle either way.
I wonder which of those three are going to make the dream team, hashtag WPL Rugby. I'm a little bit undecided as well. I mean, Kugler is just phenomenal talent. Krug as well. And then, of course, the Glendale back row. We know how dangerous they are, ball in hand and on defense as well. So back to the action here. It's 10 minutes gone in the second half. You're watching the 2014 Emirates Airline USA Rugby WPL National Championship. I'm Dallin Stanford from the Rugby Corner. Katie Wurst joins us here. And we are having an absolute blast here at Life University.
As it is too close to call here, get involved with this conversation. Tweet your pick for the 2014 MVP. Go ahead and use it, hashtag WPL Rugby. Let us know what you think.
And that was Howard on the run. The ball was almost snaffled up there from the former Alston Valkyrie, Candice Roos. She has got some electric feet. I've seen her playing at the Valkyries back in Texas. And she has left some people like parked cars in the wake as she broke through. So we said we got a couple of subs on the field as well. We got, we said Monica Van Buskirk is on, and we got a few ready to come on. We got the assistant AR, Scotty Green, who's sending them onto the field. Scotty Green, the Australian international. Twin City looking to get out of their zone. Oh, rush, there's going to be a penalty advantage. Of course there is. Howard taking it to the line again. Inside play, monstered over there is Lundstrom. She still keeps possession though. They may still have the advantage. Going to the short side. That is another little great run from Krug. The live wire from Inner Grove Heights. And they get a penalty. 2 penalties in a row, so Glendale got to watch out for these infringements. Spoke to Jen Anderson yesterday, and she said that they committed a lot of unforced errors, a lot of knock-ons in their first game on Friday, but it's normally penalties that they struggle with, and they give them away a bit too frequently.
I think really they have made some adjustments to the field, too, who are playing here. A lot of people talk about the glare of the sun coming in. It is about the same day. I think Glendale's really just picked it up mentally. They've been able to just watch the ball into their hands, have a lot more composure today. We're seeing them play with much more confidence.
And that's the last, and that's the massive tackle coming in there. I mean, really, there's so many, too many to count. Going to hopefully put a little highlights reel together later. Taken in the front there. That actually looks like the number 11 taken out of line out. That was Lundstrom, the versatile wing 3/4 and doubling up as a lock. Busting through there. The Amazons, the Zons come away with it.
That's Zarembinski getting a couple extra meters for the Zons.
Oh, Howard couldn't find her partner in crime there on that late switch. Now it's picked up by the live wire. Lench. Rachel Lench takes it forward, but may have knocked us on. It's advantage for Glendale. None coming. Whew. Energy sapping stuff, Katie.
Lench, another shifty little player from University of Minnesota. Part of the new evolution of the Twin City Amazons. As we talked about, after they've won their national championship last year, a number of players chose to retire after they achieved the dream that they've been working for a number of years.
And a round of applause coming here. We have some super subs leaving.
That's Allie Gilbert exiting the field.
Wonderful game from Allie Gilbert. She scored a try against Berkeley. She'll be voted best smile by her teammates. And we have a super sub coming in. And we also have number 17, Mary Pezula coming in, the 29-year-old for the Glendale side. And I don't know if you can catch a number who the Amazon replacement player is coming in for Gilberg.
That's Kristen Shalaski coming off field for Glendale.
She also had a strong game as well. A powerhouse up front. Now's the time to get the fresh legs in. We're in the latter part of the second half. And don't forget, players have played 80 minutes of rugby before today even started. So it's 160 minutes of brutal action, as you've seen so far. This is the 2014 National Championship. And we will crown a winner in less than half an hour. Somebody will be carrying that trophy and hopefully drinking Smith and Forge out of it.
And the sub that actually did report on is actually Caston Dick.
Number 17, right? She takes the field from Albertville. Glendale have possession now. And who knows if the Atlanta Braves are watching this, and Atlanta Falcons, to try to pick up some players for their local professional sides here. The skill level has really been outstanding. And pick and go. Oh, massive tackle coming in on Brennan.
Kugler.
Wow, Kugler, the MVP from last year. Stolber, no room to move. She steps back to the forwards. She meets a wall of defenders. One of them, Zion Brewski. Now the ball comes out. Sexauer spots a gap. She's through. Still going. Fends off two would-be tacklers, but then loses it in the tackle. It's ripped out of her hands, and all of a sudden it's Moss is all over it. And the Amazons may have possession. A little slowing coming out. Relief for them as their forwards pile in. Now they take it to the short side. And they may have gone out of bounds. If they have, it's going to be a Glendale throw-in. What is Kurt Weaver saying? I can't see him on that side.
Here you go, Rachel. Here you go, JoJo. Keep it up.
Weaver making use of his assistant referee, Haley Slaughter, having a conversation.
Haley Slaughter was a big hit. Here's Sexauer. Look at her break. Beats one. And then has the strength to just keep upright, driving those legs, and still keep going forward. She was phenomenal when she came into the field on Friday. And that might not be straight. See, might be a throw here. We're talking about Haley Slaughter. She was a big hit at the CRC Sevens. I know when I was there with Texas, they were cheering on and off the field. Very popular amongst the players. And throwing back down to the side there. Support all sorts of rugby, don't we? And smashing it up here of the Glendale team. Oh, great little bit of awareness of the rugby laws. Picking and going, the ball on the deck. Glendale now smashing it up. They'll use their captain, Miller. She gets the momentum going. Ruse is trying to spot a little half gap. The nuggety scrum half. Picking up from Brennan.
Brennan looking for some support to come in. Well taken by Ryan.
Dumped to the ground. A few of their forwards are to the left. Amazons come piling in. It's another penalty. This could be kickable, but no. Roos wants to go quickly. The cut up past Stolber. Oh, she almost got her head taken off. I was going to say her haircut, but that's already off. And now they look to move it left and right under a little bit of pressure. Jenna Anderson cuts back against the grain. Oh, Anderson! Take a seat.
Another thundering tackle there by Kugler.
Go forward ball, Rachel Ryan, the under-23 Eagle. Now looping around. Wagner. They work to the side. They've got to be watch out for the touchline. And unfortunately, Perinsky gets pushed in there, and so does their halfback. Wow, this really is energy-sapping play. How much longer can they go on with this?
Such a close contest here. You start to see a little bit of fatigue sinking into both teams. Just so much physicality on the ground. Both teams just putting their all into this last half of the second half.
They are indeed. And you're catching the replay there. Ryan in the current Eagles pool makes great momentum. Go forward ball. And now we're back to the live play. Amazons take it up at the front. Anna Brown.
Glendale trying as much as they can just to break up this maul.
Lynch wants it out, the halfback. Still going strongly. This is a great maul. Made 10 or 15 meters already. Still going strong. Now Howard. Oh, lovely offload. Kugler steaming like an express train. Now the offload is good. Amazons, that's the ball they want on the front foot. The forwards arrive. Still going strong. Zembruski, the 28-year-old from South St. Paul. Howard shapes up to kick and does put it to the boot. Anderson tries to come in to collect it. The ball spins backwards, and Kayla Finn is right there. Wow. Dangerous play. I feel like when the Amazons have possession and they can keep going forward, they have a little bit more power in their front five.
Went with a little different tool there. Howard trying to kick forward a bit, giving those forwards a bit of a rest. They've been just really charging forward, doing a great deal of work.
And Stolber with that characteristic little neat offload off her shoulder. Ryan is in there. Fending and going. Trying to find the outside gap. Perinsky. She's hit mid-heavy. She gets taken to the deck from Ashley Perry, wearing 20 from the Amazons. Oh, Shabbat just juggling it. The ball's gone forward. Advantage. And that was thrown forward as well, I got a feel. Referee was on it. No advantage there. Oh, Shabbat for a second thought she saw the sock she was wearing and juggling like she was in the circus, and it just went forward, unfortunately. She won't be happy with that one, but she'll be back soon, putting in a monstrous hit, I'm sure. The Amazons will have possession right now.
Took her eyes a little bit off the ball, saw that space that was in front of her, really just licking her chops to get forward.
You watch one of the replays here, taking it to the line, Stolber. Just a loose trio have supported it very nicely in those outside pockets. So Stolber hasn't had to take the content herself and gets the loose trio, and here comes on the outside. Perinsky on the end of this, and she gets involved. And nice.
Cut back in on the inside angle. I think Wagner was looking for her to go wide.
And it's a short on penalty, a free kick. So they might as well go quickly because they can't kick for touch. And it is the captain, Bridges. She takes it up herself. She's met by her opposite number, Brennan. Just rucking our players in the way. Another penalty. Now this time it's a long arm penalty, so they'll probably go for the corner here. Set up one of their rolling mauls.
Lynch did well to draw attention to that. I think that was Brennan just laying on the wrong side.
Politely using the studs from the boots to try to get her out the way. And that is an excellent kick from the fullback, JC Vonanda, the try scorer from Friday. She's put her team right on the front foot, and all of a sudden, it is 11-10 Glendale lead, but in all sorts of trouble defending their line.
Vonanda just part of this whole new exceptional young talent group that's come to the Twin City Amazons.
The Zons are being cheered on by their fans. Folks at home tuning in. This game, it will go down to the wire. And it's brought down straight away, and it's a knock-on. So Glendale have advantage. They look to try run out. Stolber now, the fly half, under all sorts of pressure in front of her sticks. Now going to come back for the knock-on. Just a small error creeping in there, and the Amazons won't be happy with that. But Glendale, they'll need to reap the rewards and get out of this pressure situation.
Glendale finally finding a solution to that organized driving maul the Twin Cities been using all game long. Probably saw that they find that bit of a solution. Probably time to maybe change it up a bit, see what else they can work with.
I think so. They've been practicing all season while there's a quick break here in the action. Don't forget to go to usarugby.org/Atlanta Sevens. Pick up your tickets to the two-day Sevens event. This is held here in Atlanta. It's international rugby coming back here. It's going to be an absolute try feast, part of the Women's World Series, Sevens World Series, and you can follow the US Eagles, who had a very good showing in the last couple of years, and they'll be back on the big screen. So make sure you get your tickets. They've just went on sale this weekend. And I'll be back here with Katie, and hopefully we'll be calling some of the action if all goes well this weekend.
Really can't get enough of being here in Atlanta, Dallin.
Can't wait. March 14th and 15th are the dates. So lock that into your calendar.
An exceptional opportunity, a bunch of different ancillary features too, possibilities for some high school action too. Wonderful. Check in to the Atlanta Sevens.
And you can actually follow them on Twitter, use the handle @Atlanta7 so you can stay up to date with what's happening. And I know they did a nice PR video featuring some of the Eagles. And I'm pretty excited to see what Coach Rick Suggett has done with the Eagles Sevens team. They've been building for the last couple of years, see what they could come up with this year in the World Series. Meanwhile, we're back at the action here. We're into the last 20 minutes of this WPL National Championship. One of these teams will be crowned champions. Right now, Glendale have a slender lead, but they're under a bit of pressure on their line. Oh, thundering up there is their inside center, Rodriguez Howard. Now they come to Stolber with that left boot of hers. She'll take up play outside the 22 to around about the 10-meter area. But the Zons have another opportunity. So I wonder if they're going to change their tactics at the line out, Katie.
Actually, I think they're probably going to go with what's been working for them. And Glendale, they're really kind of spotty on their ability to defend it. I think they could do well to switch it up.
They go to the back. Still to them rolling more, but at least they change the angle of attack. And now they start out wide. This is where they look to rumble forward. Like a well-oiled machine. They march on. It's a stream of orange. Now the ball comes out. Bridges with the offload. Oh, Lundstrom can't hold on. It's been knocked on as Brzezinski dives on her opposite number. And another small error, but the pressure is still down here for the Glendale side.
Amazon's just reaching into their bag of tricks and moving that driving ball towards the back. Actually threw Glendale off a bit. Good setup. Didn't have as much organization as they have in the past. Just a slight pass a little bit forward. And Lundstrom couldn't quite get to it.
Yeah, the Glendale defense, they're busier than a one-on bricklayer in Baghdad. Got to stop all this momentum coming forward from the Zons.
Both teams just really being stretched defensively. We've seen some exceptional tackles here. Here against Lynch just trying to distribute. Pass off from Bridges just a little bit too much in front.
Brzezinski sort of falling there on her opposite number. Nice tackle. Now they take it from the back. Glendale's Brenner. They'll need to secure this solid possession here. I mean, the defense, Kugler comes flying in. And they do. Roos tries to find Stolber. Stolber, that's a much better kick. And the ball bounces once and takes play all the way up near us here in the commentary booth. A little bit of relief for the Glendale side.
Stolber learned from several possessions before where she had Bridges charging onto her. She got in better position and gave herself more time to make an accurate kick.
Stolber is also a famed tennis player. She's ambidextrous, can use both hands when playing tennis, which definitely confuses the opposition. This is what her teammates tell us. And we're just going to break for a quick injury, and while the player gets attention, we need to mention Heathrow Express. For the fastest line-out, choose Heathrow Express. Central London to Heathrow Airport in 15 minutes. Every 15 minutes. Heathrow Express, proud supporter of USA Rugby, and I must say I've used the Heathrow Express service often when I go to London, and especially there for the Sevens or some sort of rugby event, catching up with my little sister. It really is well worth it, and it's very affordable too.
I'm sure the both forward packs here wish that the Heathrow Express was available to carry them across the field. There's just been so much work that they've been putting in, both so much physicality on each side.
Yeah, they have indeed. And Heathrow Express, really great to have them support USA Rugby. I've seen their logos on the back of our 7s and 15s jersey. It really is fantastic. I don't know if we get a discount ticket on the train route, because I want one, because I'm going to be in London for the 2015 Rugby World Cup, and I need to be zipping around as fast as we can, following the Eagles around, and of course watching some of those clashes in the later stages of the tournament. So we're almost back to the action here. Some super subs are coming on from both sides. We see number 16 coming in here, and it is Jen Montoya, called the Goose, nicknamed the Goose, takes the field for the Glendale side, and she comes to the front row. And so that new pack takes shape.
That was Laura Miller, came off for Glendale, the captain of the Glendale squad.
And that must be an injury. They wouldn't pull off their captain at this vital time of the game. Wonderful take again.
Again, going with that back line out option.
Lundstrom involved in the line out, the talented winger. They move it forward. Anna Brown played her college rugby at Wisconsin River Falls. That's one of the super subs. Takes it up. Supporters now getting behind their teams. Kugler takes it to the line. Beats the first one. Mettins with a heavy contact.
Kidlinski does well to make that tackle off Kugler. Such a hard runner.
She does indeed. Now that takes it up is Moss. Gathering momentum. Still going the same way. Lundstrom beating defenders as she goes. Phenomenal stuff. Right near the line. Bodies come piling in. I'm sure Kugler's involved there. No, she's hanging out of the backs. Krug is in there. Now they take it up with their forwards. Rachel Moss features again.
Again, signature pick and go move here by the Amazons. Just gain a couple of extra meters. Very difficult to defend for Glendale. And the end result is going to be Glendale ball. A small error coming into play.
still anybody's game. 1 point in this national championship. It really is nail-biting stuff. Edge of your seat, 15 minutes to go.
Amazon's a bit frustrated on that one. Maybe lost opportunity. Still in good field position, though. This forward pack can work to steal it back against the head.
Big scrum, big chanting in the background here. You can hear the fans. They're backing both teams. Looking for an early Christmas present here at Life University. Glendale absorbing all the pressure in this stanza. The Raptors, who weren't even meant to be in this final, are playing an unbelievable game after finished third in last year's WPL competition.
Bit of a collapse there, just so much pressure on this scrum. Weaver opts to move it off center just slightly.
We said huge credit to their coaches, Michael Feely and Jack Forrest, with this Glendale program. And of course, on the other side, wonderful stuff there from Roger Brueggemeyer and their assistant coaches, Kim O'Brien, John Reed, and Therese Taylor. It's fantastic to see coaches giving back to the younger players today, and the skill level really is top of the class. Now they go to the short side. No, they come away with it. The Glendale side.
Brennan in real trouble there. Kugler on the tackle. Quick to get to her feet.
Not many people at the breakdown. Now they look to rumble it up with some of their super subs.
That's Montoya going forward.
The Goose. Stepping, high stepping. Oh, and they're moving it all the way to Berinsky on the outside. She spots a little bit of space. The back inside play comes back to Stolber. She gathers. Great support by her. Gets past Howard. Now Glendale on the attack. Deep inside their own line territory. Brennan, the 8th man, coming in from the side. Stacey Bridges, she's heckling, and she is going to give away a penalty. And there's timeout here. Referee Kurt Weaver looks to go for those tight pockets of his. Stacey Bridges is going to get a word, the captain, the number 8. We can't hear what he says, but it's definitely a warning, and probably nothing else. But you've got to live on the edge at the breakdown, especially in such a tight game. It's contestable every single play, isn't it, Katie?
Bridges just working to try to keep that field position, just doing whatever she can to disrupt. A little bit of frustration crept in there. Now a solid opportunity for Stolba to get some territory, relieve some pressure here for Glendale.
The important thing about a penalty is you get the line-out throw-in, which is fantastic, if you kick it out. But it's still in field. Rumbling forward is Anna Brown. Lanky carry from her. Now they come up. Oh, Bridges gets the ball knocked backwards, but it's a little live wire, the scrum off Lynch, all over it. They pick and go.
Cass and Dick going forward, gaining a couple extra meters.
That's where their very, very valuable meters are gained. Sarambisky, and now it's been ripped away. Shobot thought she was clean through. Big smile on her face. Penalty, not releasing a tackle player. And this is a definite opportunity for a corner kick for the Amazons. They desperately need a score to get the lead back.
Closing in on 10 minutes remaining here, Dallin.
How important would that kick have been from Hannah Stolber to find touch? Almost looked like it came off the front part of a boot and not in the real meat of it. So we watch the replay here. This is the sideline breakout. Very risky stuff, but Hannah Stolber following up nicely just to save her team from an intercept. But anyway, we're back to real play. The line-out has not been thrown in straight, and so Glendale do breathe a sigh of relief as they have possession. I mean, this half has really been sunk in that 22 territory, hasn't it?
We've really been staying in the same region so far. No team's really gaining any edge at this point. And the line-out has been on point, not in straight call. They've been awarded just an equally difficult set-piece scrum here.
Glendale hold that 11-10 lead. We're into the last 10 minutes here of the 2014 Emirates Airline USA Rugby WPL National Championship. The scrum gets moved a little bit. Weaver will need to reset the scrum. And of course, we've got to thank Emirates Airline for all their support. They really have been fantastic. And let me just pull up.
You can sense the tension between both sides, just seeing the shift, the movement here of that scrum.
Oh, absolutely. Meanwhile, rugby fans, come together with Emirates, the official airline of USA Rugby. Enjoy our award-winning service to more than 140 destinations worldwide across 6 continents. Tomorrow brings us closer to the game we love. Fly Emirates. Hello, tomorrow. They are one of the best airlines in the business and proud supporters of USA Rugby. And the penalty goes the other way. It's the Amazons pulling down the scrum. Very tough on the Glendale side. And the Zons, they'll bring their kicker. Fullback comes forward. Vonada, wonderful boot of hers. She puts it towards the corner. And you've got to feel that if there's an opportunity, it's got to come now. We need to see a score on the board. The commentators just as hungry as the players.
Amazons electing to go for what's been working for them all game, really that driving maul option.
They've knocked it on.
Glendale comes up with it this time around.
Oh, dangerous pass, flirting on the touchline. But the breakout is imminent. Busting through. Onto the 22 is that wonderful center, Beard.
Beard potentially saved the match for Glendale right there, but scooping up that ball, taking it quick.
They're playing a lot of dangerous rugby in the end zone here. Stolber now has a clear head and puts a kick up. Oh, it's been knocked on. And that is a bit of luck coming the way of the Glendale side. They've stemmed the tide and the momentum hopefully in their favor. They will be hoping it's a scrum to them. And there was no sun in the eyes there, but it was a high, tricky kick to field.
Just a lot of pressure at these moments. Finn just couldn't handle that one.
This is Glendale getting out of trouble. I thought this pass was very risky, hitting the deck, and all of a sudden, it was redeemed though. Breakout there from Jenna Beard. He used to play with the DC Furies, as you mentioned. Wonderful run of the ball. The Glendale side right now. Roos looks to move it. Stolber attacks. Flat pass. Oh, bustling through. It's Beard. We just spoke about her. Another wide pass. Oh, running into a brick wall. That was Rodrigo Howes. Stolber looking wide again.
Just a phenomenal example of that center battle. We've got Kitlinski driving upfield.
Oh, back heel pass. That was slippery eel magic like I've ever seen. Fantastic stuff from Glendale. This is more like them. Now they move it. Numbers to burn. Smashing it up there is Ryan. Here they come. Sexhauer, she's dangerous. Oh, beats two. Still going. Sexy stuff from Sexhauer. Now they keep going strong. Cruz comes in. Inside the 22. The first time they've been there in a long time. Stolber picks up a step. Stolber coming through. Yielding her way over. Hannah Stolber over. Shut the gates. Keep the change. Can you believe it? Hashtag try time.
Fantastic effort there by Stolber to dive over. Just really took the initiative. Got her team in. Fantastic work. Good support all around by Glendale. Nice effort there.
Hannah Stolber, you sleek racing snake. Unbelievable. That's why she's in our MVP side. The dream team. She has unlocked a little bit of magic, and the Glendale Raptors have scored a fantastic try with 5 minutes to go. As you watch this replay, it all started off with some heavy work from the forwards, rumbling forward. Kalinski and Ryan involved, and then the halfback getting all over the ball. There was Roos. They keep moving it out here. You see the latter end, the loose forwards working in tandem. The ball keeps working the same way, and Sexhauer, she's so dangerous, bustling up the middle. That put the defenders at odds and ends. And then you see one more play coming in. Roos gets scragged, and it comes to the left-hand side. It wasn't a direct pass. It got handed off from Kit Wagner. Getting that touch, and there it is. The dancing shoes, the moves to go through it. Over! Champagne Rugby. Glendale are back.
Just a wonderful second look at a great team effort there by Glendale. You saw Brennan twice pick the ball off the deck and distribute. Just really unselfish play. Credit to Glendale, well-earned try.
Stolber looking to add the extras. This time it's unsuccessful to the left-hand side. 6 points is the difference, which is a converted try away, the Amazons, from retaining their title. But right now it looks like Glendale have their tails up. Lots to happen in the last 4 minutes. I'm Dallin Stanford, and with me is Katie Wurst. We're in for a humdinger few minutes here. The WPL National Championship. It's high, it bounces. Dangerous stuff, it bounces 3 or 4 times. Picked up by Kidlinski, who made their break earlier. Now she beats another. She has been on fire this weekend. Offload. Shabbat busting through. That's more like it. Now they look to move it wide. Their center three-quarters attacking on the outside. Anderson on, she needs to stay in field if she can. She does. She throws it into Sexhauer.
Much better ball movement here by Glendale so far. You can really see the momentum is picked up for them. The crowd is on their feet.
They have indeed. Pizzulo. She rumbles it up. Stolber. She was going to kick, but she knows there's space. And there is the maestro in the midfield. Kidlinski lays it back. Play on. Oh, this could be a steal from the Amazons, and is. Excellent bit of work from them. Now they need to slow things down. Oh, Munson in the tackle. Flying through the players from all over. It'll be a penalty to the Amazons with 3 minutes to play. Down by 6. This is where champions are made.
Venata sizing up the option for the kick.
She has been consistent all weekend. Puts it down there. Venata, the stamp collector, the youngster.
Dallin pins and needles for everyone here tuning in and watching here at Life University. Fantastic next 3 minutes of rugby here.
This is what the fans have come to watch. The action on the field has lived up to their expectation. They lift the little halfback in the front. Wonderful bit of work. They still maintain possession. Rumbling forward is Zarambuski, the 28-year-old. Howard stepping and going. Oh! Biggest hit since the Beatles! Coming in from the side, Kalinski. Monsters. But still possession comes the way of the Amazons. They are hammering away. Working around the blind side like a pop-up toaster. Still possession comes their way. Little bit of space. Kugler with a fend. Support arrives. The ball spins loose, but it's still Amazon ball. They need to keep building the phases. And do. Here they come. Stepping inside channel. Broughton. Sylvia Broughton. Formerly with the Chicago North Shore. They lay it back now. Now the forwards. Moss. The ball's loose, but diving all over it, leaving her feet with the Glendale side. In comes to collect it. Now they move it. Howard. Howard to the pass. Thunderous tackles coming in, flat-footed, standing still. They do manage to get it out to the outside.
Wonderful defensive pressure there by Glendale, pushing forward.
They are playing for their lives on both sides. Defense comes firing. Amazon's very bunched. You can put a blanket around the players. They're all in that one zone. Now they get a bit more width. Coming forward. Pick and go. The rumble has worked for them all day. Advantage. Penalty advantage. We're into the last minute here at the National Championship. We have a player down injured from the Amazons, so they have 14 ladies on the field with a penalty ensuing. They need to score 7 points to win this game.
Amazon's going with the game plan that works for them, just charging upfield.
Moss is back in action. Oh, Howard! Oh, almost intercepted! But we'll come back to the penalty. Jeepers creepers. It's all happening here. USA Rugby WPL National Championship doesn't get more exciting than this.
Amazon's great composure on the number of phases, charging forward.
They're tapping and going. Howard spots a gap. Oh, gets a pass to Listrom. Listrom on the outside. Oh, thunderous strike. She'll get over and score. Unbloody believable. Listrom has stretched the legs. The Gazelle is over. It's pandemonium. Can you believe it?
What an exceptional effort there by Lundstrom. Really just getting the job done for her Amazon team there. Sexhauer coming over, putting everything she had into that tackle, just overshot it slightly. I think it was Ruiz on it as well too. Lundstrom really just heroic stuff.
Lundstrom came out of nowhere like a UFO sighting, and look at her range on the outside. There she gallops in. One to beat, shrugs her off. Sexhauer keep the change and she's over. This is unbloody believable. I've said it twice, and now I'm going to hush down because this kick is for the match. 16-15, 40 seconds left on the clock. We don't know if there'll be time for a kickoff. It's nervous times. I would not want to be JC Fernando right now, and I'm going to shut up.
Lundstrom, just such a dangerous weapon that they have there for the Amazons. And Renata, a lot riding on this kick here.
It's gone to the left. Will there be time? Referee Weaver looks, he signals. There is time for a kickoff, Rugby fans. 16-15, Glendale lead. They will need to keep this ball and work their way upfield if the Zons look to retain their title. As my sister Melissa always says, don't go away and don't put the kettle on, that's for sure. It is last play of the game. And if Hannah Stolberg could grab this ball 10 meters into touch on the left-hand side of the field, they will claim the national title.
You see them all taking deep breaths, really just trying to keep composed in the last waning seconds.
It's high, and it will be taken by the Zons. Thunderous tackle coming in from Brendan. They move it to the side. Lustjohn, the try scorer. She goes forward, beats 3, beats 4. What can't she do? Rumbling up until halfway. The Zons with possession. Moss to Howard. That tackle comes in. The spot hit is very sharp. And the drive following taking plays back. Finn is in there. Broughton gets carried. Glendale come thunderously in, flying with bodies. It's a penalty. Now they can't kick for touch because there's no time. But they can keep playing with tapping and going, and they do. Drifting across field. They need support. They can't get this turned over. Kugler.
Howard in over Kugler to keep possession.
Still go the same way. Fending. Moss. Looking for support. Coming in from the side. Surely. Referee. Still possession comes away for the Zons.
Bridges taking the ball up. Hammered by Rachel Ryan.
The captain courageous. Lays it back. Now to pick and go. They need players all over that. And do. The ball gets nuffled back. A little half gap. Oh, the gap opens up. Hammered to the deck though. Was half back. Lench. Now the pick and go. They're just over the halfway line. There's a long way to go. Players up in this national championship final. The Women's Premier League. Oh, a bit round the neck there. Some fisticuffs coming in. Kugler in there. Over the top. Come the Raptors. Off their feet though. It's a penalty advantage, says Weaver. Rightly so. Oh, bodies come flying in there. Getting squashed like mashed potatoes. And there will be time off. Referee Weaver has got his hands in his pocket. He's pulling out a card. And this could be absolutely disastrous for the Glendale team. And it is. It's a yellow card. She's off. Get out of here. Down to 14 women. And the Zons with a penalty.
So much credit to the Amazons for staying in this game, really keeping possession, several phases put together. You can feel the cohesion from this group. You can see Glendale trying to hold their composure to hang on.
And they tap and go. As Montana takes a seat, the Goose will take no longer part in this game. Oh, huge hit in the background. It has been a rip snorter of a game as the Zons keep smashing it up with Krug. The try scorer, Jestvang. They need to play pure rugby here and can't afford to make a mistake. Smashing it up on the outside is Finn, Kayla Finn. Howard on the open side has got some backs with her to the left. 16-15, they trail. Last play of the game. Oh, short runner, lovely stuff. Kugler to the fullback. The defense is solid. Fontana helped. Howard comes in. She needs to keep the ball alive and does. Lays it back nicely. The support finally arrives.
Kidlinski with a match-saving tackle right there on Venata.
The Zons all over this now. Now they come with the live wire. Krug. Another ball carry from her. Kugler. Bear hugged and all. Down to the ground. One of the Zons players has pulled a hamstring, is down injured. But they're still picking and driving. Zarambuski is in there. They're down to 14 on 14. It's energy-sapping stuff. The dummy advantage here. We're in the 3rd minute of additional 83rd minute.
Again, another penalty from Glendale. Just really not quite sure how to finish this off.
Brennan comes steaming in. Falls on awkwardly over the body. Now they go. Howard. Now she offloads this time. Oh, huge tackle coming in again. Fantastic stuff there from Beard. She has been sterling in the midfield. But it's a knock-on advantage, which means it will be full time if there's no advantage coming. So they'll need to keep this ball alive to the Zons. They can't afford for play to go dead. Otherwise, Glendale will win this national championship. Sniping around the fringes is their halfback, Lench. Ball's at the base.
So much fatigue from both sides, just so much effort in these last minute.
Oh, there's fatigue, even in our voices here. This is rugby at its finest. Oh, short ball, another big tackle coming in. How many more can this Glendale team absorb? Wrapping around the fringes. Thunderous tackle coming in again. Almost running out of superlatives. Smashed to the deck is Rachel Lynch. Bruised bodies. Piling over. Glendale could have turned this ball over and may have. They're piling in. Ruse kicked this ball out. There it is. That's a national title. They've done it. The Glendale Raptors. Oh, your 2014 champions. And all hell breaks loose here at Life University. Oh, the people are flooding from the stands. This is Champagne Rugby at its finest. I'm Dallin Stanford and I'm almost out of breath. Katie Wurst, what do you have to say about this?
Dallin, there's just nothing you could say about the end of that match. Just so much effort put from both sides. Exceptional rugby. Just beautiful. If you're tuning in at home, this is exactly what it's all about. Wonderful women's rugby.
This is women's rugby at its finest. The 2014 Emirates Airline USA Rugby WPL National Championship has come to a close. An unbelievable thrilling close. You couldn't have written a better storyline. The Glendale Raptors, who lost on Friday's game, got through on a technicality. The Atlanta team forfeited and they made the final and they played their hearts out. They beat the on-form, on-song Twin City Amazons 16-15 in an unbelievable pulsating final. Don't go away, rugby fans. We have some highlights. We have an MVP to hand out. And of course, we have the presentation that will be happening soon as well. Lots more to come. It really is Champagne Rugby. Oh, and the coaches are happy. They're all over it. Michael Feely, take a bow. Jack Forrest, they've done unbelievably well as JD Black, the cameraman, gets in. The former Boulder Bay photographer is snapping away. And you got a feel for the Twin City Amazons. The team were on fire, on form. They've won so many national titles. But the tide had turned, and the Glendale Raptors get congratulated. What a hard-fought game. 16-15. An absolute rip snorter, a rip tickler, a bone cruncher. I couldn't have come up with more adjectives to describe that game. So, rugby fans, we're going to have the presentation coming up very soon. Our MVP has been handcrafted, selected by the commentary booth. It is going to be number 10, Hannah Stolber, with that fresh haircut of hers, is going to be the MVP of the tournament and, of course, the final. We're going to watch the replay of the final play of the game. Just the play needed to go dead for it to end. And look at the forwards piling in there. The heart, the grit, the determination. And Candice Roos, what an honor for her to kick that ball out. And delight. This is when people started streaming onto the field. It was absolute bedlam in the streets tonight and on the field right now as the sun starts to set here at beautiful Life University. Look at them go on. We're going to go down to Hannah Stolber. Katie Wurst has the MVP from today's game. Congratulations.
Effort here, Hannah. What were you thinking when you charged through the line to score that try? Just the speed part, it was wonderful. Tell me what it was like. What was going through your mind?
Just keep your feet moving. That was it. Just keep your feet moving.
You had to be absolutely just thrilled about this win here for today. Such an emotional roller coaster for a weekend. What does it mean for Glendale and the program?
I think this proves that Glendale is a competitive program in all aspects, right? We've shown up a couple years. And the mental part has been missing. That showed up on Friday for us, right? We really struggle sometimes with that, but today we just came out and we finally figured out how to play with the team and put together great rugby. So this last 2-3 minutes of defense was some of the best rugby I've seen us play. It was the most heartfelt, and that's what we needed.
Just absolutely exceptional for all parts here. For you, have a trophy presented by Kelly Cavalier, Atlanta Sevens International Director. Thank you so much, Hannah. Fantastic effort here by both sides. Just thank you so much, fans at home, for tuning in. Wonderful, exceptional job. Twin City Amazons, just fantastic credit. Last minute of play, some of the best rugby we've ever seen by both sides. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Congratulations, Glendale Raptors. You are the WPL National Champions. Thanks for tuning in.
Right now, medal ceremony is happening right now, and those of you that saw the MVP, that was presented by Smith & Forge, MVP award by Kelly Cavalier, presenting that. And right now you see the winning team getting their Smith & Forge thrown all over them, celebrating in style. The Glendale Raptors, the women's side, they bring it in, they've got the trophy, and we'll take a moment and watch them celebrate this. And a tale of two sides, the joy and ecstasy and disappointment together on the field. Got a feel for the Twin City Amazons. They fought bravely, wonderful program. We know they'll be back. And always nice to change the champion every now and again. So massive congratulations to the Glendale Raptors. We know Freddie Mercury's warming up his voice. We Are the Champions will be played soon. Phenomenal stuff. We've got a couple thank yous to say to Emirates, Airline for all their support this weekend, to Life University, and particularly the Life University women's team that came out to volunteer this weekend. To the Atlanta Harlequins, a massive thank you for all their support this weekend. And of course, go online to usarugby.org/Atlanta Sevens. Pick up your tickets for the March 14th, March 15th event. It has been an unbelievable weekend here in Hotlanta, as they call it. For Katie Wurst, Griff Time Rugby, Brendan Thompson, I am Dallin Sanford saying thanks for tuning in. This has been a broadcast of USA Rugby. And we've got to thank all the staff at USA Rugby for wonderful work and our camera crew. Thanks for tuning in, you sensations. Keep the change. Till next time. Over.